newbie. Let's see. Thinking about starting? Well, you can do it with me now. I'm a little bit dry today. My goodness. Um, so, if first thing is if you ever get lightheaded or you feel like you can't breathe or something feels off, you get anxious, just go back to your regular breathing. Um, but one way I like to do some breathing exercises is first recognize you can breathe in through the back. You can breathe it backwards into your nose as opposed to up into your nose. So this is breathing into my nose, and the air's going up, right? And then breathing back is like close your mouth, but try to breathe in through your mouth. It just doesn't go up; it just the air goes back because your sinuses is just big cavity. So you can breathe backwards through your nose too. And if you can constrict your throat a little bit so you sound like Darth Vader, you can make this victorious breath sound. It's almost like a light snore. um, so things for you can play with breathing. And then a lot of times people are breathing in, we sucking in, through the mouth. Excuse me. But really want to inhale and fill the lungs and have that air come in and fill up low first and expand the belly, not just forward but sideways and to the back. And once if you think about like putting your foot in a sock or a stockings or something, you know, you want to like fill up the bottom first before you pull it up. So fill up all that air as low as you can, all the way into your toes if possible. Even that far down, and then there's another step where you could breathe all the way into the earth and become one with the earth, but breathe as low as you can into the belly, extending forward and sides, and then and the back, and then kind of stack more air on top through your inhales. So, and then you might get an extra little sip of air. And for me, that kind of fills the shoulders and the head, and then you can purse your lips a little, blow out a candle, like you're blowing out a candle. What's up, Thai guy? Had some trouble with my stream earlier. There's like nobody in it. I think it was a connectivity issue, but we restarted it once we got to the park, so it's all good. And we're just talking about some breathing exercises. um, so basics, like if you're just starting out, is really just to bring attention to your breath. Bring attention to it. Like focus on it. Close your eyes softly. Don't crush them. Just relax and closed. You get in a comfortable position. Not everybody thinks that sitting on your knees or your heels is a comfortable position, but it is for me for a little while. Um, and just relax and kind of I notice things that are happening in my world, right? First of all, for safety, because I'm out in public. I look around. There's no people. There's no animals, and there's some quail, but I'm not threatened by them. Cars are far away. There's no threats, you know. And then I feel comfortable closing my eyes a bit. So let's kind of close my eyes here. Hello, Jaden. No. So relaxed, close my eyes, and breathing in through my nose. You can go in and up, or again, that backwards breath. Kind of sounds like a light snore. Um, or a mix, it's a blend. You can blend it. Just play with it. Just recognize, be aware, notice that you have many ways of breathing available to you. It's autonomic, so it takes care of itself, but you can also control it, and it's unique in that way. Like the heart is it's on its own pace. You can't think to yourself, I'm gonna pump my heart more often or less often without a lot of training. It seems to be possible for some folks with a lot of training, a lot of focus and persistence on getting that skill. But even then, I mean, it's debatable um, if it's available to you in the with the amount of time you have to train it. So it's generally not something people can do, but you can do it with your breath. Anybody can do it with their breath. So again, a simple way to start is just make sure you're seated or lying down, safe place, feel comfortable, recognize what's going on around you, make sure that you feel safe, and then breathe in through your nose as deeply into your body, into your belly, fill up your belly forward, side, back, and then purse your lips and blow out that air uh, and try to take about twice as long with your exhales as you are inhaling. So you can count it. So inhale, exhale. Okay, fours and eights. So that's a real easy way to start um, breath work. And if you're new to it, just counting your breaths, breathing in through the nose, making sure you're in a safe and comfortable space is going to serve you really well, I think, to get started. How you doing, Elvin? Ty guy says, "Why do you have your shirt off?" It's like 105 degrees out here. I'm gonna be rolling around in the dirt. So, newbie says you are so flexible. uh, I'm a little bit flexible. I want more. So, Jaden says, "Do you want to date me?" How you doing, Huggy Fritz? Jaden, I don't know you. Jacqueline Wilt says, "Oh hi, Mr. Burns. How you doing, Jacqueline?" Jaden, nice to meet you. Uh, let's take it slow, okay? Ah, whew. So if you are seated in a position like I was, your legs may fall asleep. That's okay. Jaden says, "I'm looking for a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. Break up with me again." Okay. Well, we're doing breath work right now, so maybe if you um, can learn to do some breathing exercises, you'll get a boyfriend. But maybe if you do some breathing exercises, you won't worry about a boyfriend because you feel so good. You feel so powerful from all the deep breathing you do. Maybe you'll still your mind and uh, be able to focus on what really matters to you. And maybe it won't be a boyfriend anymore. Maybe it'll be something else. I understand, Jadelyn. Jacqueline says I have a boyfriend. All right. Yeah, no, it's not fun to be broken up with. It doesn't feel good. It's not fun. I understand. How do you feel about that, newbie? Are you feeling good about starting with breathing exercises? So breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In, out. Okay. And I've enjoyed good, definitely. I love it. I've enjoyed taking my exhales even further and just kind of expanding my lung capacity. It feels really good. So that's a new sound for me. It was very far in the distance. It sounded like I don't know, like some kind of bell. Jacqueline says Vincent is streaming. Good. We love Vincent. We support Vincent. It's my brother. Very happy that he is very successful on this channel, the Impact Athletics Association. So you can see how much longer my exhales were than my inhales. Um, and as I breathe in deeply, I visualize the air, the oxygen coming in through my nose and filling up all my spaces inside and giving oxygen and newness, fresh air, strength to every bit of myself, and not just my body, but my whole self. And sometimes I find little corners of myself that maybe are neglected or are hungry for air, hungry for freshness, power, strength, and then I can breathe into those spots. Or if there's a little nagging pain or a um, little strain or tightness, I can kind of visualize breathing that air into that space and undoing that knot, undoing that tension, undoing that friction. Um, so that's what I'm envisioning with my inhales. And for exhales, I kind of see like it's a little bit like a construction site in there. All the cells, and there's some cells that maybe aren't working properly, or little spaces in me that need some cleaning out or whatnot. And so the new air will come in and kind of scoop up any of the negative nasties, and then as I breathe out, it just flows out. And it's not like I'm putting negativity into the world, because if you look around, I mean, we've got trees that clean our air, right? I mean, we're symbiotic. What we breathe out, they breathe in. What they what they produce, we breathe in. So it's symbiotic, and we work together in that way. Uh, and it's funny because it's stuff that I want to get rid of, but it's stuff that they want, and vice versa. It's a beautiful thing. So, and that last little sip of air, sometimes it's like packing it in, like you're trying to pack a suitcase or something, and you're like, I know I can fit more in there. I know I can fit more in there, and so you get it in there, and of course, what comes out is that all the negative stuff. So maybe you got a little nagging bit that just doesn't want to let go, a little thought, a negative thought that you just can't release, and then you just get that extra sip of air, and it's like, whoop, there's no room in here for you anymore. There's no room for that. It has to come out. So, and I hold the breath sometimes, and I just let all the positive, fresh air kind of mingle and move around, and I can kind of like move it where I want through stretching, opening spots within me, and letting it kind of marinate and do its thing. Um, when I hold the breath, because then it's there, it's inside, and I can just kind of shake it up, uh, like you're mixing up a protein shake or something, breaking up all that stuff, letting it go. Yes. Newbie says, great exploration. Thank you. Yes, Jacqueline. Jaden says, I have a protein shake. Good. Yes, it's good. We should be grateful for sustenance, the opportunity to eat well. So let's do a few together now that we kind of have more of a background on one way to practice mindful breathing. Okay, so breathing in, hold it, little sip, hold it, and exhale. Letting go of all the nastiness. And when that breath is in there, relaxing with that fullness, that full breath, and letting it out. And as I release that air, I just collapse. It just feels so good to get all that stuff out. And breathing in and out. Now, if you're following along, you can keep your eyes gently closed and breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, just naturally, no forcing it. with every inhale, I'm more present, I'm more refreshed, I'm more powerful. And with every exhale, I'm more relaxed. I'm more myself. Teresa says, good morning from Montana. Hello, Teresa. Big sky. So a few breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And just notice the difference between when we first started and how you feel right now. And the difference between breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth and breathing in through your nose and out through your nose. There's so many ways that we can get breath to the body. Sarah April says yoga. Yes, pranayama. Some breath exercises. Newbie says they feel a tremendous difference. That's awesome. Um, nice pose. Thank you. Yes, everywhere we are is an opportunity to practice, right? So I'm seated here, just doing some breathing exercises with you, and we're kind of exploring what it's like to play with the breath a bit. And now that we've done that, we'll take 3 together, and then I'll start moving around. We'll start moving the body, because I did come here for that, and that's part of my practice. So you can join with me or not. This channel's for entertainment purposes only. I am a 200-hour registered yoga teacher with the Yoga Alliance, but I am not teaching at a studio, and this is not intended to be a class. But I am happy to share knowledge that I have gained through my practice. So again, if you ever feel anxious or uneasy with your breathing exercises, when you're intentionally modifying your breathing, just go back to regular breathing. Just relax and let it go, because your breathing will happen on its own. Okay? How you doing, Suellen? Louise? Let's breathe in through the nose. Little sip. Feel that strength, how that extra sip just sits you right up. Strong. And out through the mouth. In through the nose. One more time. And let your breathing go back to normal. In through the nose, out through the nose. If you still have your eyes closed, take a moment, check in how you feel, different from even just the last 3 breaths. It's remarkable, right? If you're coming along with me, you may open your eyes gently. How you doing, Sarah? I am in the Southwest U.S. I'm at a park. At a park. So if it's your first time on my channel, I go live and do a workout in the mornings with the Impact Athletics Association, 5:15 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I get 100 jumping jacks, 100 knee raises, 100 squats, 100 push-ups, plus. So I do that and more. Today I also did overhead tricep extensions with dumbbells, the power block dumbbells, and um, shoulders. Did a shoulder workout, and then after that I go for a walk. So aiming to hit 10,000 to 15,000 steps every day uh, on a fasted walk. Do my shot of apple cider vinegar, and I'm aiming to reduce visceral fat, and you can come along that journey with me. Visceral fat is pretty nasty stuff. It can hurt you pretty bad. Um, and so that's what I'm out here aiming to do. Just total health, is the idea. Wellness overall. And if I don't hit the 10,000 in the morning walk, which I often don't, um, I'll go live again in the evening, do 100 burpees in the street light. And in the morning walks, it's been really hot here, so I haven't been going in the mornings as much. But like it's 105 right now, I think. And I'll come to the park as we are here now. Do some breathing, some yoga. I'm an actor and a stunt man, so I do stunt rolls, headstands, handstands, cartwheels and stuff. I just kind of come out here and play. We took a little extra time because uh, Aaron in the chat on YouTube and Newbie in the chat on TikTok have both been asking for some breathing exercises. So that's kind of where we're at with that today. But normally I'll be doing more asana, more poses, more playing at the park and stuff. Sarah says, I'm in South Jersey. Nice. It's currently 9 a.m. It just hit 9 a.m. I do use resistance bands, yes. Sarah says, damn. Yeah. Well, I want to be ready for the call, right? So if somebody calls me for a movie, either as an actor or a stunt person, I want to have that stamina, that endurance capability ready to go. Because they're long days. They're super long days when you get them. Sarah says, I like your energy. Thank you, Sarah. I like yours. I appreciate you coming into the chat with great energy. Sizzle Moon Song says, howdy again. Hello, Sizzle Moon Song. Welcome back. You still haven't slept. Oh no. Maybe time to sleep. Sizzle Moon Song is tuning in from DC, Washington, DC. And Newbie is in North Carolina. Sarah says, I need to learn how to use mine better. Well, that's why we have the chat function, because you can let me know and we can work with some resistance bands coming up for sure. Sarah says it's noon here. Yeah. How you doing, Jaden? Newbie says, please follow me. I thoroughly enjoyed your TikTok live. I got to get ready for work. Yeah, shoot me a DM, Newbie. Folks, my DMs are open for respectful and genuine communication. I am here to connect with you. It's a two-way street. So, for sure. And if you like what I'm doing, I do have videos on YouTube for sure. It helps me, it helps my channel if you leave a comment on the videos. I absolutely appreciate you being here in the live streams, of course. But what helps the channel grow, I think, even more than that, as much as I enjoy that, is commenting on my channel. So maybe find a video you like or let me know what's going on with you. I'd love to connect with you some more. And if you're on YouTube, I do have my DM links are in the video description below. Sizzle Moon Song says it's noon here as well. Do I jump out of planes? Jaden is making lunch. Nice. All right. Thank you, newbie. Have a great day at work. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with me today. It was good breathing with you. Um, I have not jumped out of planes yet, but I would so love to. I've jumped out of buildings. Yeah, I jump out of buildings. Um, Jump out of buildings, get hit by cars, fall down the stairs, get set on fire, lots of fights, lots of fightings, getting slammed on walls, against walls, things like that. Slamming people against walls. Jaden says, I am not good. Oh no. How high? Something like 40, 45 feet, I think. It's probably my highest. I'm not, I don't know exactly. Yes, I really jump off buildings. Into bags, into airbags, not onto the ground. That would be my last jump. Jacqueline lives in Maple Shade. Where is Maple Shade? Oh, of course. I think fear is healthy. Um, I do get scared. Um, I wouldn't say scared. I'd say I have a healthy fear and respect for doing things that could end my life. Mostly training, but I do. Yeah, I'll forget to mention the bread and butter, which is flatbacks. Falling onto the ground, short falls. I do a lot of short falls for the police training videos, actually, that are aimed at reducing violence, um, reducing harm for the police. So they hire me, a few times a year, and we do training videos for Axon, the body camera and taser company. So that's one of the better stunt jobs that I've gotten. Otherwise, I've coordinated for independent films and done stunts for independent films. But I'm an actor first and foremost. I've been an actor since I was a teenager, and in the last 5 years, I was making a movie, and I thought to myself that this movie needs more action. I should become a stunt person. I should learn how to do action safely, so that I can recommend it or write it in or produce films with more action. So I sought out the best stunt training in the world, and lo and behold, on Instagram, there's this incredible video, and I was like, wow, these people really know what they're doing. And so I reached out to them, and I found out that they're in France. So I was like, I guess I'm going to France. And I emailed them and said, do you take international students? And they said no. So I waited 2 years. I waited 2 years to do stunt training with them. They emailed me back 2 years later and said, okay, we'll take you now. And I was like, oh wow, let's go. I mean, I'd started doing other stunt training here locally, but when I got that call, I was like, I've never left the country, but I guess I'm going because this is what I really want. And so I did. And for 3 years in a row, I did that. I'd go train at Campus Univers Cascade en France, in France. And I started learning French. And I did a stunt show in Romania. It was a live show. It was a barbarian warrior. And, I met those people through my connection at CUC, or Campus Univers Cascade. I've also trained in Los Angeles at the Stunt Performers Academy. And yeah, just fell in love with it. I didn't go this year. Unfortunately, my dad was very sick, so I stuck around here. I'm glad that I did, and I'll probably go back next year because they're my family, And the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, right? So the family you choose, like stunt family, the people you do stunts with, you put your life on the line, and they keep you alive. You trust them. It's fast family. It's even faster than just regular filmmaking or theater, which I've done both. So yeah, I miss them. And shout out to all my Euro friends, everybody, tout le monde. Um, I miss you. So yeah, that's the stunt story. Jacqueline is in New Jersey. No, I've not done anything with famous people. I've met uh, Bishop from Alien on Eminence Hill. I was doing that movie and I met him. But yeah. Oh, come on, Jacqueline. Don't ever do it again. But I love it so much. It's so fun. It is cool. I love my life. I love my life more since I started doing stunts. It's like the best part of movies. Like I love acting. It's just part of. It's a compulsion. I have to do it. It's part of who I am. Been doing it since I was a teen. But stunts, like I get to incorporate my athleticism with acting, so it's kind of the best of both worlds. I love it. I've been an athlete since before high school. Played little league baseball, and then when I got into high school, I did wrestling and football and all that stuff. Tommy on TikTok says beer gut. How you doing, Tommy? Sarah says you look active. You look like an actor. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean I am. You can check out my IMDb. I'm Nathaniel J. Burns on all platforms. So, Sarah, what part of South Jersey do you live in? Jacqueline wants to know. You're crying, Jaden? Don't cry. I mean, it's okay to cry, but why are you crying? I think it's pretty cool. Schwarbarian? Schwar? Schwarbarian. What's that? Jaden says, I'm in bed. Bad pain. I wish I have a boyfriend. Oh, it happens, Jaden. Yes. Yes, sir. It's good to do what you love, and I'm very happy. Jacqueline, sending out the love. Thank you. Sending love back. Sarah says, May's Landing. Sizzle Moon Song says, good to hear the backstory. Thank you for sharing. I was an actor too. Can't remember if I told you before. No, I didn't know that. I was an extra in Ron Howard's Cocoon in the 80s. In my 20s now, I'm as old as the old actors. Oh my gosh. Tempest Fugit, right? Time flies. I loved that movie, Cocoon. So I've probably seen you then. I do not have my SAG card. No, I'm not a union actor. I am union. I also work in the film and television industry as a production assistant and as a art department. So I do. I am a part of the local IATSE union for art department. Jacqueline says Schwarber is a baseball player, and when he hits a long home run, people call it a Schwarbarian. Okay, I don't follow sports too much anymore, but I used to and really like playing baseball. Uh, and my mom wouldn't let me play football when I got to high school. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. She was right though. I mean, it meant I had some concussions from football, but I think wrestling served me the most. I think I'm a wrestler at heart. Something about pitting your will against another individual and They're head to head. There's no frills. There's no equipment between you. It's just raw and difficult, very difficult workouts. Sizzle Moon Song says, nice. The TV shows I did were all very forgetful. Yeah, I understand. Oh, folks, you got an IMDb Sizzle Moon Song DM me. I'll check you out. Folks, I just had a movie come out. You can watch it. It's an R flick, R rated flick. It's called Buried Alive, and it should be on Amazon Prime. And then plenty of the movies, the independent movies that I've worked on, are on YouTube. So, just if you look up my IMDb and then search for those titles with Nathaniel Burns on YouTube, you'll probably find them. Jacqueline says, I could see you as a wrestler. Good. Good. There's a number of people that saw me as a wrestler, and then they saw the ceiling. Whew. Jaden says, drinking my protein shake, having my lunch. I am 23. Nice. Good job. Get that protein. Jacqueline says, hi, Sarah, I like the Flyers, and my dad is a huge Maple Leafs fan. I also like the Maple Leafs. Nice. You saw my IMDb page, but you didn't see Buried Alive listed? Oh, I'm in it. I produced it. It's out there. Uh, yeah, it just came out, so just just was released 2-3 days ago, I think. And I'm also a 200-hour registered yoga teacher, RYT. So I have a lot of hair, Mr. Burns. Yes, I do. It's true. Yeah, I mean, this is the trouble with YouTube. I'd say here's a link, but if you search Buried Alive, there's a lot of movies with that title. So you might have to search Buried Alive 2025 Nathaniel Burns or something like that. Can be seen on Amazon Prime. Ah, nice. It is great to stretch. Good to stretch all the time. Some girls on it every day. It is painful. Who are you in this movie? Ronan. If you're looking at Buried Alive, I play Ronan. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a rated R horror film, thriller. Try to touch my toes? Boop. You like this? How do you mean touch my toes? Like this? this. Woo! Stretch down. I aim to be in good shape, you know. Thank you, Sarah. Hey, Vincent. Oh, right on. Yeah, check it out. Used to be able to do that. Okay, Sizzle. What's up, Monica? Henny Momo's gonna stretch too. Nice. Let's get it. Let's get it. There's a little bee. I just don't want to roll over on her. Monica says, I didn't know you could do that. I'm impressed. I'm a 200-hour registered yoga teacher, Monica. I'm a stunt man. Isn't that great? I mean, there's so many things that people can surprise you with. It's good to be surprised, right? In a positive way. What's up, Vincent? Vincent is in AFK. Do you always have a beard? Yes, I've had a beard for many years and probably will maintain it as long as the body allows me to have it, I think. Um, so, yeah. Yeah, I just got it trimmed actually, about 4 inches. there's a video the stylist, the barber took. He did a stop motion or a, sped up video. So not stop motion, time lapse, time lapse video of it. So I'll probably post that. Uh, Monica says he's a Viking, duh. Let's be nice. Yeah, Monica, you've been. We're not talking Vikings right now. We started. Everybody showed up when I was doing breathing, so everybody's like, "Oh, it's a yoga guy." But yes, I'm Viking yoga guy. Sarah says it's cute. Damn, the beard is cute, or what? Mukesh, hello, Mukesh. Mukesh seems to have trouble typing complete sentences, but I appreciate you showing up in the chat, Mukesh. Please don't spam it. Don't spam it. Yes, so I'm passionate about mobility, agility, stability, strength. The whole package is cute. Just saying. Thanks, Monica. The beard suits me, Sarah. Nice. Right on. You get some Cossack squats. Kind of open up that inner thigh. You do that stretch and dance. I'm being mean. How am I being mean? What are you talking about? You do what stretch and dance? The Cossack squat? The one leg squat? Oh, Irish exit. All right, Monica. Yeah, I mean, yeah, part of the reason I do this is, you know, so that people do know, right? Share my skills, but also meet you, chat, hang out. Maybe you have some skills that you can share with me. This is my bad side. The side lunge, also known as a Cossack squat, Cossack, Cossack. Yeah, they're tasty. I mean, you can really feel it in that inner thigh. You know, try to keep your torso upright and press hands together. Ah! Hello, Ellie. How are you? I'm good. Jacqueline says, good job. Sarah says, I wish I had that energy. Well, sometimes I don't have that energy, you know? I have to cultivate it through discipline, and showing up even when you don't want to. That's the thing. Many days I get up out of bed and um, like I'm not feeling this, but the shortly after, not exactly the moment, but shortly after starting to move and do the things that I know I need to do and that I want to do, that I allowed to do, I get to do because I have this body, I have this mobility, I have this health, right? My health meter is high, like I can do these things. So when the moment maybe not the moment, but shortly after I begin doing these things that I'm capable of, then it the motivation comes after, then the energy comes. So it's not always have energy and then start. It's more start, have energy, you know, energy, 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 more energy. Try to do a split. My splits are kind of trash, but I will do a split because that's part of my goals is I want to do that. So I'm happy to do that. Can you do the splits, Jacqueline? Yeah. Kind of got to warm up to the splits, don't you? I do anyway. Ooh. And then I take the toe and take it out further. Walk it out further. Ah. Wah. Wah. Hooey. I mean, without more extensive warm up, like that's kind of my split. But make no mistake, when you're looking at photos or videos of people in extreme positions, oftentimes they had a lot of warm up. Not bad. Thank you. They're the best splits I've ever had. Oh gosh, you can do a split. Nice, Sarah. Sarah says, I work nights, so I'm still in bed. I feel so lazy. I used to be like that. I'm a runner and used to ride my bike to work until I bought a car. I just feel lazy mentally. Yeah. Do you have blackout curtains, Sarah? Do you have blackout curtains? I used to work overnights too. I used to own a restaurant. And it's 24 hours, so. Yeah, so people that are in extreme positions, they probably take quite a bit of time to warm up. There's that very few people who just have unlocked crazy mobility, contortionists and things. But your average yoga asana photo shoot, those people they're stretching, they're working it in, getting that motion, spreading that lotion. Well, blackout curtains really helped me to get better sleep in the daytime. You know, uh, getting that room as dark as possible, no lights, no music. Uh, ah, oh yeah, we're tight. We're tight there. All right, I'm gonna walk this toe out. Yeah, this ground is really hard too, by the way. So I got about a foot. I'm about a foot off the ground, maybe less, maybe a little bit less. Yeah. Ooh. Ah. My side split is very bad. Oh. Nothing beats a jet to holiday. Nights you're a waitress. Just in bed. Gotcha. What's up, raving evangelist? I'm funny. Funny looking? What do you mean? I'm here for your amusement. It is an entertainment channel, so sometimes I'm funny. Sometimes I'm funny. Your left leg split. You have an eye mask. That helps. That helps. But any little leak of light just coming in, just you know, reduces the quality of the sleep. I think. So eye mask is good. Let's see. I don't even know if the last time I tried to do a side split. Ugh. Oi. Ah, okay. Whee. I suppose I ought to try to warm up here as well. Whoa. Oh my god. Yee. Oh. Yeah, and these are not so good either. Got about 2 inches off the ground from my knees. You know, they're not hyperextended or anything. So, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. All right. Do I do cardio? Goodfellas. Yes. Yes. Perfect movie. Right? uh, um, cardio. Yeah. I go for low intensity, steady state. I go for a walk every day. 10 to 12. I'm aiming for 15. Kind of looking to do 15,000 steps a day. Uh, so today, like the title of the video is let's burn that visceral fat. So going for a walk is really going to help you. I'm on a fast right now. I haven't broken my fast. I ate last night, but going on a fasted walk in the morning and doing some movement will low intensity burn that visceral fat. I'm sure if you look at my videos from a month or two ago, you'll see some of that visceral fat has been burned. So, uh, you have a foldable treadmill, you should use it. Yeah, get it. Count your steps. I think that's the number one thing to start doing. And if you don't want to use a watch or your phone or to track you, like I totally get that, but um, What you could do is track it one time, or look for a distance and do it in distance. Like 10,000 steps is about 4 to 5 miles, depending on how tall you are. So if you map it out and go for a walk, do 4 or 5 miles, you'd probably hit 10,000 steps. On the treadmill, you know, um, foldable treadmill, I'm not sure if you can track your steps that way. Louise says I could feel the pain. Trust me, me too. Chill pill in the house. What's up, chill pill? Yes, he is. Uh, Fast means not eating. Yes, and I just posted a short of my apple cider shot this morning. Yes, we're on the same page, Sarah. Uh, yeah, fast means not eating. So it's in the name, right? Breakfast. You break your fast. So we're all fasting at night because we're asleep. We're not eating. Just like the consent video about tea. You can't give a sleeping person tea. You're probably not eating during the sleeping time unless you're sleepwalking. Like, I don't know the woman's name. She's real famous for sleepwalking. But unless you're sleepwalking or somebody's force feeding you, then against your will, again, without your consent, then you're not eating. So when you go to sleep, you're fasting. And when you wake up, a lot of times people will break their fast immediately, and you can choose to extend that time uh, before you break your fast until later. And that would be considered intermittent fasting when you're intentionally fasting longer than when you're intentionally fasting. So if you just wake up, you don't really think about it, have breakfast, a bowl of cereal, bacon, eggs, or whatever. Sure, that's what you're doing. You're breaking your fast. But if you extend it and you're like, I'm going to intentionally not eat, then you're intermittent fasting. Sarah says I'm 5'2". Jacqueline says I'm 5'6". We got some gals in the 5 foot range. Nice. How y'all doing? Jacqueline, did you say bye or bye, Sarah? Jacqueline, you're heading out. It's all right. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see you, as always. Appreciate you. So you can extend your fast and break it whenever you want. If you have food for the first time at 8 p.m., what you might think is dinner, you're still having breakfast because you're breaking your fast. So, taking a shower, be back. All right. Well, you can always leave the live going and go to podcast mode, which we appreciate. Helps the channel grow. If you stick around that way, understand you can't always be at the keyboard or face the screen. Totally get that. It's all good. But if you do choose to take us with you on a trip, or maybe doing laundry, some chores, some dishes, or whatever, then we can body double you, and you can go in podcast mode, where you're basically listening like a radio show, even though it's a video show. Is that a water stick in your shirt? Short. I have no water. No water sticks. I have water. No sticks. You mean like an electrolyte stick? Oh, Jacqueline, for podcast mode, you basically just leave the live stream going and turn it up so you can hear it, or you put the headphones in like you're listening to a podcast, like you're listening to the radio. Uh, I do it for Mr. Vincent all the time. I think he's doing it for us today as well. And yeah, I call it podcast mode. I coined that phrase because I was doing it for the Impact Athletics Association and Mr. Vincent's videos sometimes. So Mr. Jamal, and yeah, it just became that as a way to shorthand communicate what you're doing. And then obviously Chill Pill goes podcast mode for me all the time. Thank you, Chill Pill. Uh,
it's a way you can support small creators. We all have things to do. You can't always be on a live stream, but you got someone you want to help see them grow. You can go podcast mode and listen to the show because uh, we have the Impact Athletics Association morning show where we do a split screen workout. It's kind of like a morning radio show, and there's banter and things like that. But we're also doing a walkthrough fitness routine, and that was this morning. Mr. Vincent went live on his own today, but I still did my workout and actually I videoed it and I'll post it, but I didn't want to go live at the same time. So uh, I got my 100 push-ups, 100 squats, 100 knee raises, 100 jumping jacks in, and did some shoulder workout as well with the power block dumbbells. Yep. I'm on your iPhone, Sarah. Nice. You're on my iPhone too. A little bit. This guy. And just like the splits, we can warm these up before we go full on. It's a little bit slippery, so I'm gonna be careful. Ah. 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 You watched the short, my apple cider vinegar short? Nice. Whew. Ah. Oh, just some play at the park, So fun. Let me go sit at this bench real quick. Whew. Well, that was fun. A little bit longer of a yoga session today. We did that breathing exercises. We did the breathing exercises with you. How y'all feeling? I'm getting some sweat going. uh, it's a tradition on Impact that you get push-ups for your subscription. Have you considered subscribing to my channel? If you do, let me know. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, I have a lot of videos on YouTube, Sarah. Which one did you see? How you doing? The Raving Evangelist says, I've been walking. Nice. Hold on a sec. I'm going to take a look at my steps. Should be running. Well, it depends on your goals. What are your goals, Evangelist? Got a young basketball player out here, probably early 20s, late teens. He's hooping it up by himself in the sun. Raving says, yeah, I'm just lazy right now, so walking really fast. Well, walking is good for you. I mean, what are your goals? Do I drink a lot of water? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Uh, often, often 4 liters. Before 10 a.m. It's like a gallon. Raving says, since I started watching Vincent's videos, which is a couple days getting back in the push-ups, and yeah, the running, heard about you, so we subscribed. Oh, cool. Thank you. Have you seen the split screen workout for the morning show? Or one was fast motion and I had a stick. Oh, you're talking about my videos. Nice. Yeah, my hot Pilates class videos. I do time lapse videos. I do one of those typically once or twice a week. Um, for a while, I was doing 3 of those hot classes a day. Raving says my wife has been doing all this stuff too, so it's good. Cool. Good deal. Nice. Yeah, we have a lot of fun, huh? You guys are doing a good thing. I like it that you guys are always on between one of the two of you. It seems to be you guys are on a lot. Well, yeah. I mean, it's Impact Athletics Association, so side by side, not head to head. I try not uh, to go live when he's live, but at the same time, I'm sure he does the same. But we have our own lives, and he's me brother. He's me brother. But uh, you know, we have our own channels, and um, I support him. Like there was a time a couple days back when I went live, and then he went live, and people were saying, "Oh, he's live over there," and they're coming to my chat. They're like, "He's live," and they're on his chat saying, "I'm live," and I'm like, "Well, go support." Like it's all good. Show some love. Um, Whatever you need today, right? Like we're different individuals, so there's different value of our channels. But yeah, he's an amazing human being. I love him very much, and support his channel. Like I'm probably I can't I can't say publicly, but I'm probably like confirmed beyond the shadow of a doubt. But I'm pretty sure I'm his top fan. I've been working on building the Impact Athletics Association channel for years because he had it and he started it and he's got so much great stuff on there. But I was like, man, I really think you got something here. I want to help you, and you know, so I was like, I'm gonna be your number one fan. And I've gained so much inspiration from Mr. Vincent, Alfonso, Jamal, and the Impact Athletics Association channel. Is a big reason that I go live today. So it's all good. Checking in. My apologies. Got my like. Thank you. Hope it's a fine day for you all and your subs. Thank you. Thank you, John. We're having a good time. Yeah. So things are picking up. So it's been pretty exciting around here. Do y'all have any questions about what we did by any chance? And Sarah, what kind of restaurant are you waitressing at? Where are you serving? Questions about what? What we just did. We did a yoga session. Questions about the yoga session we just did, or uh, any of my movies, anything at all. I'm a 200-hour registered yoga teacher, raving, and I'm an actor and a stuntman. It's okay if you don't have questions. It's just easier to sit down and answer questions than when I go for the walk or I'm trying to do some working out or whatever. Yeah, actually, that's how I met Mr. Vincent. We were both actors on a project. Been working on your pistol swat. Let's get it. How's it coming along, John? Nice. Good on you. Really? Cool. Yeah, that progressive overload, it's a great concept. Working at Olive Garden. Nice. Good deal. That's where you get the as much cheese as you want or whatever. Also, raving, I'm a 15 years vegan too, so people might have questions about that. Whatever you have questions about, life in general. If you can master that, you think you made some progress. If you make some progress, you've made some progress. Mastering it is a whole other ball of wax, man. You don't have to master it to make progress. You know how you know you're making progress is you're doing it all the time. You do it, doing it every day. That's how you know you're making progress. Showing up is half the battle. GI Joe told me so. Do I go there, Sarah? I do not. Raving Evangelist tried that. What did you try? I've had a real issue with food over the years. Also, I am on a mission to obliterate visceral fat. So, that's something you might have questions about. There's the hat. I have two of these. This one's a little newer, no holes in the top. The other one has seen some heavy work days. This one too has also, but it's newer. It's just whichever one is closer, I grab it. You're 165 pounds. Nice. Sarah, are you drinking a lot of water? Never ending salad. Never ending salad show. Bread Lil. Never ending salad. Well, I didn't know that. Sounds like a recipe for GI upset. Do you have what kind of dressings do you have? Any vegan proteins you can throw in the salad? What's going on, Niall Frano? D in the house. Pav, Roland, Soda. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Doing good. We got a great chat over here on YouTube. My channel on YouTube, Nathaniel J. Burns. Appreciate you dropping in. How are you doing today? I'm a human. Franjo wants to know, am I a bear? I'm a person. Are you a bear? No. No, I'm not a bear. I'm an actor and a stuntman, a yoga teacher. Doesn't teach. Sarah's 105. Hey, oh my gosh, you are not a big person. Can you reach the top shelf? That's okay. Uh, you don't have to be tall to be great. You can be great at any size. Ah, no worries, no worries. That's a good thing to do. Hey, you know what that means? I think that means that you got out of bed. Yes. Good job, Sarah. Up and at 'em. Let's go. What are you going to do? What will you do now? The butter on the breadsticks is soy, though, so it's vegan? Sarah says, no, it's good Italian. Oh, for the protein? There must be good Italian vegan proteins. The butter on the breadsticks is soy. Gotcha. Do you know what kind of soy? I'm curious. Is it Earth Balance or Follow Your Heart, Miyoko's? What kind of soy butter is it? Man, that sounds like a recipe for disaster. I would eat all the breadsticks, all the soy butter breadsticks. How many hours workouts you do per day? I mean, cumulatively, an hour here, an hour there, maybe an hour, another hour. So maybe 4 or 5 hours at the very most. Almost never would do more than that. I do not drink booze. No, I've drank enough booze for the both of us, I'm sure. Pounds. What do you mean pounds? Pounds is the soy butter? All right, Raving. See you later. Thanks for dropping in. We'll keep you posted. Hit that notification bell, get the subscription going, and you'll know when we're live. You get motivation and movement breath work, yoga, walks, obliterating visceral fat, all in your inbox. Good to see you here. We'll see you again soon. Dari Noor, where are you tuning in from? Do you work out? Oh, Sarah, I'm not sure. In answer to your question, no, I do not drink booze. Dari Noor is in North Africa, leaving in Dubai. Right on. Well, welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. That's good. I do. I love margaritas. Ah, I I might have a virgin margarita. I like that lime juice and the salt. It's just, but it's like I would also probably end up eating corn chips and salsa and guacamole instead. Because corn chips are kind of the weakness. They're just so good and crunchy and ah, ah. Of course, with a margarita would be nice too. But I'm also on this mission to obliterate visceral fat. So it doesn't mean that you have to cut out certain foods or cut out eating things that you like. It's just being mindful about what crosses the plane. You know, what makes a touchdown in your belly. I love the salty. Yes, the salty, crunchy, fatty goodness of guacamole and the spicy salsa. Fresh. Mm. Mm. Yes, alcohol is fattening. It's pretty fattening. So if you look at macronutrients, you know, you got your fats, your carbs, and your proteins, and then there's alcohol, which is kind of like it's out there in the same kind of category. Um, but there's no nutritional value to alcohol, whereas fats, carbs, and proteins do have nutritional value. And carbs and protein have 4 calories per gram, 4 calories per gram, and fats have 9. So when you see 1 gram of fat, 1 gram of carb, and 1 gram of protein, they're not all the same calorie load. So your fats are going to have more double. We're going to have more than double the amount of calories as the same gram of carb or protein. They have 9 calories per gram. And alcohol is empty calories. Yes, there's no nutritional value to it. It doesn't mean there's no social value to it or otherwise, but there's just no nutritional value to it. And that has 7, almost twice as much calories per gram as carbs and protein, and almost as much as a gram of fat. So, yeah, if you're having alcohol, you're not really feeding your body with nutrients and you're adding a lot of calories. So it adds up quick at 7 calories per gram. Yes. Dory says, I thought 40 minutes workouts is enough, but hearing from you 4 hours, I am too far. No, so this is my personal journey, and 10 minutes of working out is going to be better than zero. 1 minute is better than zero. So don't compare yourself to me. I've been doing this for years, and it's also part of my profession. I'm an actor and a stuntman, so I have goals that require me to work out to the capacity, the amount of time that I do. But your goals don't have to be the same as mine. They probably aren't, and that's okay. It's a okay. It's all good. Sarah says, so empty calories and dehydrated. I don't feel fat from it, just lazy the next day. Yeah, and I'll say, alcohol, drugs, things like that. There's certain bad actors in our world, in our environment, that will kind of steal your joy from tomorrow. And I think that alcohol is one of those. It could be a friend, quote friend, or somebody, or a job that you're working, or something like this, that just you have to put so much energy into it, into that experience, that you are drained for the next day, right? So as you're describing, um, I think it steals the happiness from tomorrow. You just there's molecular, there's the chemical aspect of it, serotonin, dopamine, all that whatnot, um, and how your body metabolizes alcohol. But the short end of it is the short end of it is that you're feeling lazy the next day. Hungover maybe if you drank a whole lot, or even if you just had a little bit, and you're not feeling quite as good as you would if you didn't have it. And for me, that's just not worth it anymore. So I don't drink. Sarah says my phone counts my steps at work. Sometimes I do 20,000. If I do a double, that's a lot, right? Absolutely, yes. As a server, you're on your feet, no doubt. We have somebody in the chat who's um, on the channel, a subscriber on the channel, she's a cook, and she's working 16, 18-hour days, and I used to own a restaurant. I used to run restaurants for other people, and I used to be a server myself, and I know how that grind can be, for sure. So yeah, 20,000 steps is a good amount. And if you're getting your 20,000 steps in at work, you don't have to do what I do. You don't have to go for a walk. You've already put in the walk. You may still choose to go for a walk for the mental benefits, for the health benefits beyond doing it at work when you're rushing around, gathering things for people and things like that. Uh, and I recommend that, even if it's just a short walk, because you can clear your head, you can kind of parse out the day and plan, and I think it's a really beneficial thing to do. It's not just about the steps. And of course, if you can do it by yourself, that's good. You can do it with a buddy, a partner, a friend, family member. You can call somebody and go podcast mode on the phone where you're just talking to them, but your eyes and hands are free and you're walking and just having a great chat with somebody. Those are all great ways to take a walk. And I highly encourage doing a walk for yourself, even if you're getting a lot of steps in at work. Sarah says, I believe it relieves my stress a little or something. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. It makes sense. You can never sit. You can never sit when you're on the clock at a restaurant. I know. It's just constant moving. And I understand that having a drink, or might help you relax. And I, it's all good. I could not do that. I would have more than I needed, to relax, and is just stealing my joy from tomorrow, which I just wasn't willing to do anymore. So, and even when I'd cut back. It's like, uh, I still feel sluggish. I still feel not as alive, not as spry, not as not as springy and alive. Yeah, just electric as I would had I not had it. And I'd be in bed, and my sleep was disrupted. I didn't get as much value from the sleep that I was having. So maybe I was sleeping more or in bed more, but I didn't feel better rested. So yeah, just cut that out. Yeah, I did not feel as sharp. No. And the thing is, I think a lot of times highly intelligent people will have struggles with um, substance, because there's a lot going on and they're using it to self medicate. Maybe your mind is going too fast, so you have to slow it down. And we find ways to do that. We find ways to do that. Do you get bored though? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. No, I do not get bored anymore. Um, See, the thing is, cutting out alcohol was one of those really good decisions, I think, because it's not reductive. It's just like um, my diet. As far as not eating this, it's not like I miss that. I don't. It's it's opened my eyes to all manner of other opportunities I can do. So um, I don't get bored. No. So what I would normally spend my time doing, drinking, I can do anything else, anything besides drink, which is a lot. There's so many things that I can do besides that, and I feel like I have a richer, fuller life because of it. More time. Well, yeah. I mean, how much time do you want to be spend? If you look at your life, you zoom out, how much time do you want to be sitting there at a bar or, you know, at a restaurant or something? How much money is that? And if you're drinking at home, it's like, well, what are you doing? You know, we got one precious life. So I'm not trying to judge you at all because alcohol is rampant in the service industry. It's there. We're serving it, and we're selling it and we're drinking it and we're talking about it all the time. It's like, yeah, I totally get it. Um, but for me, you know, not doing that has opened up so many more options. And it's the same for food, right? I don't miss eating meat. There's so many other things that I eat instead, and I got to try instead. So, you know, it's the same. Actually, no is an incredibly powerful word. For instance, you're welcome. You're very welcome, Sarah. And I'm not going to guess at how old you are, but I can imagine that this is a very social thing. Not just where you work, but what you're doing at work and after work and all that stuff. It's a community. You have your community, and restaurant communities as a server can be pretty hectic. It can be pretty hectic. Sarah, you're a vegan too? Nice. How about coffee? I do have coffee. I actually have coffee at home in my refrigerator, and I was gonna drink it, and it's probably too late for me to drink it. I forgot about it. But that's the thing. Like, I don't drink, so I don't need like an energy drink to wake up. I'm gonna do some push-ups for that. Jumping jacks, really. Jumping jacks get it going. What's up, Chad, Alabama? Says this dude is cute. Oh, thanks. I don't feel cute, but that's cool. Sarah says I'm not vegan. I eat a lot of that food though, and occasionally turkey, but not really. Got you. Hey, Jacqueline. Jacqueline is back, cleaner and fresher than before. How was the shower? Don't have to expand. Hope it was a good one. Uh, I see, Sarah. Got you. Yeah, Dari. I think coffee's good. I just drink way less of it than I don't drink. So yeah, yeah. How about you? You like coffee, Dari? Am I saying your name right, or is it? Yeah, is it Dari? I have another friend named Noor, but it's her first name, and she's like this incredible race car driver from Dubai. You say you're going to Dubai. She drives race cars in Dubai. I think she's the only woman in the Middle East who is a race car driver, or at least she was at one time. She's pretty rad. We did stunt training together in France. Dari Noor loves coffee. Got you. Jacqueline does not like coffee. Let's see. I'm gonna try this feature out. I haven't done it before. There you go. Do you see it? Thanks, Jacqueline. Much love to you. I never tried that before. You guys see the poll? No coffee for Jacqueline. If you are so inclined, would somebody interact with the poll I just posted? I'm trying to. Does it does it let you answer? Like, can you tap it and then answer it, or what does it do? Is it just showing like if you tap it, just brings a comment down below, or what? Do you drink coffee, Chad? Chad, you clicked on it. My sister likes iced coffee, says Jacqueline. Nice. Says answer in live chat. Okay. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, leave it up there for a little bit. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. I was trying it out, see what it says. Oh, ah, there's all kinds of buttons I was checking out over here on the right side. So yeah, are you all familiar with visceral fat? I'm back. No, thank you, Dari. Yeah, so visceral fat is a different kind of fat than subcutaneous fat. So subcutaneous is fat that's under the skin. You can pinch it. You can pinch it. Um, but visceral fat is like inside your your midsection. You know, your organs. It kind of wraps around your organs. And I think that this is the kind of fat that really did a number on my dad. So I'm on a mission to eradicate it from my body. And there's some things, you know, it's that that make it worse, and some things that make it better, right? That it's not like cellulite. No, I think I think cellulite is. I don't even know if it's real. I think that's just dimpling of like that happens primarily on women's bodies. That I just think it's kind of normal. Um, So I think it's subcutaneous fat. Cellulite is, but visceral fat is it's in there and it kind of wraps around your organs and it kind of strangles them right as it grows and it it also puts out nasty hormones and things like that. So uh, my walking journey, I haven't really shared this so much, but one reason why I go for a walk is and why I committed to hitting the amount of steps that I did is because I want to reduce the visceral fat that I carry. So alcohol does unfortunately add to visceral fat as well. Um, but walking in a fasted state, having apple cider vinegar in the morning, those things can help a lot. Interval training, interval walking is a good way to reduce visceral fat as well. And then, of course, making sure you're you're conscious of what's making a touchdown in your belly, right? What's crossing the plane, the mouth plane, and getting in there. So being mindful of that is good. All those things can help reduce visceral fat. Uh, and so the only way to really know how much visceral fat you have is to get like a DEXA scan, a body scan, or something like that. Because if you just weigh yourself on a scale, it's not going to tell you where the fat is coming from, right? Let's get rid of that. So yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons why I do the walks. And last, this tree is yes. All right. Hello, tree. You're a spiky tree. A spiky tree. It's got spikes, and it's tickling me. All right. We'll scoot over. We'll scoot over. All right. I don't want to impinge on your space, and I don't want you impinging on mine. So, little consent here, just touching me out the blue. Sheesh. Could ask first, or I don't know, say hello. uh, it's not so clogged arteries are different too. They're plaque. It's plaque buildup. It's cholesterol that builds up. It is kind of fatty. So, but it's still different than that. Hello, Road from Bangladesh, all the way from Bangladesh. We're here in the Southwest United States. Welcome, welcome. There you go. Dari says, "You are doing sport for a good health or perfect body." Yes, good health. I work out for my health. Oh my gosh. There we go. Handsome uncle. All right. Thank you, Road. Sarah says, "Do you have a pet?" I have cats. I used to have a dog. He died. I have videos of him on my page. He would come with me everywhere. He was my buddy, Mr. Piff. It's okay. I know. Nothing is forever. Everything is temporary. But oh man, he was so he was the best dog. So he was my roll dog. He'd come with me everywhere. I miss him a good deal. And part of we would walk all the time, and I was videotaping, like making like short videos from our walks and stuff. Um, because he was so cute. It was just so cool. It was the coolest dog ever, and so I had to like share him with the world, and that was one of the big reasons why I had a YouTube channel in the first place. And then he died, and I actually took like a year off of YouTube. Took a year off of YouTube because he was my muse, and I was like, what am I gonna? Now what am I gonna? Why would I make videos about me? Why would I do that? But apparently, my channel is growing. People like it, so it's all good. Just finding my voice online. Apparently, I offer value to the world, so I mean that's kind of all you can ask for. I thought that I was offering value with the art and the beauty of my dog and our friendship, our relationship, and now it's just a little different. I can offer different things. So workouts and yoga, pranayama, breathing, health, wellness. These are things that I can help you with. Yeah, Sarah, that's what's up. Thanks, Road Road. Much love to you. Good job, Sarah. I love to hear it. I mean, the idea is that I am inspiring you to get up and out of bed and get moving for sure. Turn off the TV, stop doom scrolling, maybe go podcast mode instead, leave the phone alone, put it in your pocket, put in the earbuds, and go for a walk with me, and we can talk. Obviously, you can't talk with me all the time if you're doing that, but you can pull out, ask a question, put it back in your pocket, and I'll get to it. um, Sarah says so many people with YouTube channels are so angry and yelling about politics. Yeah, I understand. Uh, it's a tough time right now, for sure. Um, and my aim is not like it's not to rile things up. There's enough madness going on. What I want is to create a safe space, calm space, where you can chill with me. We can still move our bodies. We can still work out. We can still get pumped and all that stuff. But this is a place where we can get away from all the madness of the real world, the outside world. Um, yeah. Sarah says, I saw you and you looked so peaceful. When I was doing the breath work. Gotcha. Gilna James in the house. How you doing, Gilna? How much should I walk every day to lose visceral fat? It's a great question. Um, I'm not able to cite these things, but to my understanding, right, we want to walk 10 to 15,000 steps a day to reduce visceral fat. Clearly, you can't just eat in a surplus of your total daily expenditure calories and expect to reduce fat of any kind. But if you're in a calorie deficit or in maintenance, and then you add 15 or 10 to 15,000 steps a day, you're going to start chipping away at the visceral fat, I suspect. Sarah says, I don't like anger, right? Yoga pose. I don't like anger. I do like yoga pose. Yeah, I hear you. Gilna, you can see on my channel, I started about a month and a half ago. You can see my walks happening, and then yoga at the park. I suspect you will see a change in my body, my visceral fat reduction, from then until now, and then beyond. Water intake, a gallon a day is a good one. I do a gallon in the morning, pretty much. Try to get a gallon in for my workout to fuel my workout, because I'm also, you know, fair play. I'm also doing other things besides the walking, right? I work out otherwise, but I've been working out for years and years, and still the visceral fat is stubborn. You know, so I think that doing some more high intensity activities like a hot Pilates class, of which I would do 3 a day sometimes, and that's like, you know, a lot of hot Pilates. uh, that wasn't melting the fat away, you know. So I'm just trying different things, but this is science backed, that walking will reduce visceral fat. So giving that a shot, and like I said, it's been about a month and a half, so fair play. I do other things besides the walking, but the other things are less new. Um, I haven't been doing as intense a morning workout as I have been doing the past month and a half, so keep that in mind. But I was working out before anyway, so. And definitely drink water, because the water, helps move things around. You gotta stay hydrated for sure. How do you know much? How much? How do you know how much you should eat a day? Sarah wants to know. So that's your total daily energy expenditure, your TDEE, and you can Google search this. What's my TDEE? And there's going to be some calculators out there. I don't have my own, but there's going to be some calculators out there that'll help you identify, based off your age, gender, height, weight, what your total calorie intake should be, and then you tell it. It's an imperfect thing, right? Any online free service is going to be flawed to some degree, but you want to tell it as accurately as possible how many steps a day you're taking, what kind of level of activity you have, if you're a very active person or not so active, things like that. And it should tell you um, what your what calorie intake you should be taking, and then of course you have to break down those. So this is why people have personal trainers. This is why that's a benefit to a lot of people, because it's not difficult math, but who wants to add and subtract, you know, all day long while they could just be enjoying life? So sometimes you can set it up and identify what your body needs, and then figure it out from there. Um, and that's a good way to go about it. For some people, if you can eat the same thing pretty regularly, that's a good way to go about it. Less counting calories. Some people get um, really discouraged by this process and all that. So it's good to have it's good to have help. Sarah says, I did intense yoga with loud music and holding poses for a while, and man, it burned, but it was a good workout. Yes, I love a hot yoga or a hot Pilates class. I do them all the time. I haven't been for a little bit, maybe a week or two, and that's it. It it makes me sad. I want to get back to the class. Like I said, this was a regular thing for me. I would do, three or four classes a day sometimes. Dari says there's enough madness going on, but love still has room to breathe. Indeed, 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 and I love that. Right? If you're ever stressed out, you ever got this anxious moment, somebody cut you off in traffic, somebody wants to return a plate of food that looked perfectly good to you for no good reason. Like these moments, just choose to breathe. Just take a breath or two or three. If you can choose to do that, you can really slow down time. It's a superpower. It's a superpower, and it's yours. It's at your disposal. Just and then gently open your eyes and come back to here and now. And you're just going to be so much better capable of dealing with the current situation that was about to send you flying. Yes, the breath is super important. I eat a lot sometimes and then not a lot. Hey, it's all good. If you want to know, if you want to dial it in, okay, like an athlete, you have physique goals or something like that. Uh, you can do this process where you look up your TDEE, and really dial in what you're eating and all that stuff. But for the average person, it's not super necessary. You can eat intuitively. We'll call it. Eating intuitively is not bad. It's good. And you just have to be in tune with your body and say, all right, and maybe weigh yourself regularly. Is my weight going up? Is my weight going down? How am I feeling about the weight? Is weight going up because I'm eating more fatty foods, or is it going up because I'm working out more? Is it going down because I'm working out more and eating less food, or is it going down because I feel sick? And just kind of dialing in what works for you and paying attention to your body and your mental state and all that stuff. It can be a lot of work, but I don't know. I think if you just take a few moments, you have a yoga practice or a practice where you're meditating, checking in with yourself regularly, these are going to be beneficial things for you. Anybody. What's going on, Chill Pill? Uh, you do that all the time. The breath is so powerful. It's so powerful. It also like I'm about to, and just like I need to take a minute because you're out of pocket, and I need to understand why I feel this way. And sometimes it's not even about them. Sometimes it's about you. It's like, wow, that really pissed me off. But wait a second, why did it piss me off? I don't know. They're just doing the thing that they always do. And some reason today, like, oh, how much sleep did I get? How much water did I have? Did I have I eaten recently? Was it a good meal? You just start checking in, right? Dialing it back, peeling back the layers, like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Hey, it's all good. Like, my bad. I don't even have to say my bad. Just like recognize that it's my bad, and don't get to the point where you have anything to apologize for. Just dial it back. Sarah says, I got to learn how to slow down. Sometimes I get skinnier. I'm self conscious. How do you feel about no carb diets? Ah, Chill Pill is just waking up. Bonjour. Grand Rising. Grand Rising Chill Pill. Yes. Bring on the day. 11 a.m. is still early. It's still ante meridian. So, you know, wherever you are, 11 a.m. is still morning. How do I feel about no carb diets? Not great. The brain runs on glycogen. The muscles need sugar. So I think it's important to just balance. You know, don't overdo it. And like one of the things that I keep in mind is if I'm chewing a sugary thing, like I don't know, I don't want to call out any brands, but if it's like a little piece of candy or something, it's like, like I know that it's bad for my teeth, right? Like I know I'm gonna have to break out the power washer to get this stuff off my teeth and out from in between them. Like that, and so I feel that way about food too. If it looks like, Gordon Ramsay would say, looks like an oil spill, or something like that. That's probably not good for you, Like, well, not to say that oil is bad for you, right? And we're talking Italian. Like I love a little, just some focaccia and a little EVOO with balsamic. Just sop that up. Boom. Ooh, magnifique. So delicioso. It's good. But I know how much oil is going on the plate. You know what I'm saying? If somebody else is making your food and the oil is like this thick, as deep fried or something, just you know, you know, uh, you know what you're eating. Just be aware of what you're eating, and it's okay to eat those things sometimes too. Like go ahead, eat it, enjoy it, and just know that it's going to make you feel some kind of way, right? If you've ever given plasma, if you they tell you you can't eat fatty foods before you go in because it's going to clog up the machine, and you can see some people's is clear and some people's is ah, we overheated, so we're going to have to be more mindful about that. Thanks for sticking around on the stream. Sarah says sucks, everything good is bad, but you just got to train your palate, right? Train yourself to not find those things so enjoyable. And I'm not saying on the lips or whatever. I mean, tastes good is probably still going to taste good, but there's so many things that I eat now um, that taste sweet to me that didn't taste sweet before because I eat less sugar, and so now my palate is like attuned to having less sweet foods, and likewise less fatty foods. You know, so if I have something that's fatty, then I'm like, oh, that's very fatty. You know, before I wouldn't think another thought about it. I would just eat it, and again, it's not food is not good or bad. It's just what is it doing for you, and what is it doing to you? How do you feel after you eat it? You know, I'm going to start this walk because it's only going to get hotter, and I think we may uh, catch the temperature warning again. So just going to try to move quickly through and pause in the shades when we can. So if there's interruptions with the live, it's probably that we're just we're too hot out here. We're too hot. So yeah, maybe we can walk backwards so the phone is in the shade as a strategy. Even though we're wearing go-aheads. There we go. Huh? It's raining there, says Sarah. Heaven Song says, I have been eating more tuna and adding protein powder to my coffee. I see. Road says you are so sweet. Thank you, Road. Thank you, Road. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, you get a tolerance. You get a tolerance to alcohol, to sugar, to fats. So, Joe Phil fell asleep at 5 a.m. Whew. Staying up late. That's another thing that we can do to reduce visceral fat is make sure we're getting good sleep. I know that not everybody's capable and that it's hard sometimes for us. Maybe you're working an overnight job. Maybe you have some chronic illness. Maybe you have kids or a baby or something. But again, finding a way to get quality rest is going to serve you in reducing visceral fat, which is nasty stuff. We want to get rid of that. We want to get rid of that. Uh, Visceral fat is going to contribute to metabolic disease, like type 2 diabetes, etc., insulin resistance. Now, and again, I'm not a doctor, it's just somebody that wants to get rid of it, so do your own research. But at the same time, I have done some research, and these are my findings, and I'm trying to get it out and give it to you so that you can begin your journey if it's something that you want to do, without having to go into the rabbit hole of all that it takes to get rid of visceral fat. You can start today. You can start today by going for a walk. You can start today by getting a little earlier bedtime. You can start today by figuring out your total daily energy expenditure. Yes, pre-diabetes, Sarah. So there really isn't, to my knowledge, much of a pre-diabetes. You kind of have it, or you don't, right? So if you have the markers, the blood work that shows pre-diabetes, you're basically, you have diabetes. You know, may not be severe diabetes, but it's basically like you have it. So the good thing. Hello, hello. Okay, we're back. Uh, Thank you for sticking around. So we deal with these technical difficulties all the time, and we fight through it. So the good thing is, it's largely reversible. If your type 2 is, if your diabetes is from diet, then you can improve your diet. If it's from lifestyle, type 1, you're born with. Type 2 often is something you can do something about, with lifestyle. But talk to your doctor, of course. It is hot weather. Yes, it's it's cooking my phone, so it keeps saying that it's dying due to temperature. We'll just hang out in the shade a bit longer, and maybe we jog. Maybe we jog a little bit, a light jog, to get to the shade. Sarah says, makes sense. My friend who I cared for, like his caregiver, died from diabetes and lost his leg. Sad. He was funny and a competitive eater. Oh no, he loved food. Hello, doggies. Yeah, that's tough. Oh my gosh, a competitive eater. Ah, I cannot imagine. It's it's a lot of work. I understand that folks don't eat for days beforehand, so they have room to stretch, and then they gorge themselves. And what a crazy sport, but not so different from a competitive athletic sport where people are pushing their body to the limit as well, and even doing very harmful things to their bodies to get just a smidge more of performance out of it, right? So, yeah, I'm sad to hear about your friend. Sad to hear about him. Yeah, yeah, I'm familiar. I don't watch it, but I'm aware about the hot dog eating contests. Seems, I mean, they're pretty extreme. And then there's people doing YouTube. They're online competitive eating. It's just another sport, really. You got to be careful with how you treat your body. But the other thing is, I doubt that somebody who's a competitive eater who loves food uh, would want to do something different, right? I mean, you don't get into professional sports by accident. You work your butt off. So I assume that that person worked their butt off to be a great competitive eater. You know, the best competitive eater they could be because they loved it, like you said. Yeah, this is my first morning walk I've attempted for a while because of the heat. The last time I went was, I don't know, days ago, maybe a week, I think, and it was just so hot that the phone kept going out due to temperature. Uh, we had one occurrence today. Hopefully, we can make it all the way back. Have a little chat before we wrap it up. But you know, I'll let you know how many steps we got when we get there, towards our end, towards our goal. But like anything, it's not about the means to the end. It's not just to reduce visceral fat. It's also to be here now with you, and I really enjoy that. Um, I love going on walks with you and chatting with you. There are benefits beyond it, but you know, you have to enjoy the thing that you're doing right now. Otherwise, do something else. Do something else. He was a radio personality. He was just different. Ah, thanks. You made my day. Oh, thank you, Sarah. My pleasure. You know, like I said, folks, if you're enjoying this, please do me the solid of, you know, not just liking, subscribing, or whatever, but leave a comment on one of my videos on YouTube. I think it helps the algorithm, helps the channel grow, you know, and it also gives me a chance to check out your channel. We get the conversation going, and folks, my DMs are open for quality, respectful, genuine communication. I'm Nathaniel J Burns on all platforms. You know, sometimes the live isn't the right place for all the things that we want to talk about, but yeah, I mean, for me, I feel like if you show up in my live on a walk, you might as well be across the street, and we waved at each other, and then, you know, we walked closer to each other. Now we're walking together and we're talking. It's kind of like that. So yeah, let's exchange info and stay in touch. Why not? Oh, not a lot of shade on the way back home, but we can do like this, I think. Okay, I did on one. I'll watch more. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, YouTube took away the DM feature which is like, that's kind of frustrating. But now, now we have to, if we want to chat, we got to do it through other channels like Instagram or others. Oh, huh, what's that? How is it so zoomed in? I've never seen that before. So strange. It's like super zoomed in. Ah, no, it's so bad. Why is that doing that? Ah, all right, we'll look at the sidewalk. I've never seen. I didn't know you could do that. I guess the flowers zoomed in on us for some reason. That is funny. You're not on any of those? That's all good. Yeah, my links are in the description. So maybe we could do that. So, yeah, I can't read your comments now, but I'll flip it back over. We'll get some shade. There we go. I'm just sweating. So hot. It's got to be 110 now. It's got to be 110. A little bit of shade here. All right. Maybe we can figure out this zoom. Oh, hi, Aaron. Oh my gosh. There we go. Hey, more better. Find a pool. Find a pool and hop in. Oh, I'm so ready. Oh, I'm so ready. Aaron says, be careful out there. Thank you, Aaron. Did you get to join us for the breathing portion? I know that you were looking forward to that, Aaron. So we did that for you and for Newbie on TikTok. The TikTok stream has also crashed. I think that the temperature had played a part in that, but it was mostly due to battery. So just this morning got back on. I love watermelon. I absolutely love watermelon. Yes. Such good stuff. Such good stuff. My cousin says watermelon is the styrofoam of fruit, and then I had to disown her. I didn't actually disown her. I could never do that. I love her. I love her. I love her show. She's awesome. But yeah, styrofoam of fruit. Come on. Got a little bit of shade over here. It's okay. We'll do cattywampus. We'll go across the street. Why not? You love watermelon too? Oh, it's so good. It is so good. Oh, the breeze. Now we got breeze. Finally. I was just like hanging out in an oven, going for a jog in the oven. Chill Pill, are you in the chat? Do you know how hot it is? Holy moly. Woo. See, the thing is, that it's not quite as hot as it could be because the wind is kind of cool. When the wind is hot also, you're in trouble. you know you're in trouble. Hot air but cool wind. We can weather that storm. But the hot air, hot wind is a wee bit too much. It's a wee bit too much. All right, we have done it. We have found home shade. Wow. Wow. Okay. My goodness. Ugh. Sweat out the toxins. Yeah. Ooh, pineapple. Yes, I got some pineapple too. It's coming. We're doing pineapple. We're doing watermelon. I think coconut water too. 106 feels like 109. Yeah, it feels like 110. It feels like 110 here. Oh boy. Yeah. So, Sarah's first time in the chat. Did you have a good time, Sarah? Um, Aaron's back. Appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out with me, going for the walk. Let me tell you how many steps we got. It's 84 in North Carolina. And I bet it's humid. I bet it's humid. Who else is in North Carolina? Newbie's in North Carolina. Yeah. Newbie on TikTok. Oh, light breeze. Well, shucks. I would love to hang out with you all day. But I'm going to hit the shower and fuel up because I'm ready to break my fast. And also wash myself. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Are you a Leo? No. No. Uh, not a Leo. Thanks so much for joining. Let's do it again real soon. I hope you'll have a beautiful day. And I'll be back on later tonight because we got just over 3,000 steps. So we got more to go. More to go. More to go. All right. Uh, have a beautiful day. And it's always an honor and a pleasure. Always. Thanks, Red. Y'all have a beautiful time. See you soon.